been on the air now, and I believe it is 33 years. 33 years of keeping folks alive and free, stopping the violence, all of that. And it has been a blessing, a much needed show, which will probably be needed probably forever. Because violence is a disease that is ever present, as it's ever present. All right. Gotta say hello to everybody. Go over the news of the week, and then we will get into the show. So gotta say hello to Philmo Mike.
Hey, hey.
He said hello back.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
How you doing?
How you doing? Oh, you asked. Oh, you speaking? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Bassett got to say hello to Ann.
That's
Annie,
me.
Annie
Hello.
B, as you call yourself.
Hot over there.
Making sure that you get to watch us live in the studio when you go to YouTube Live at Stay Alive and Free. You can also listen to all of our past shows when you go to stayaliveandfree.org. We're on all those places where you listen to your podcast. So check that out.
And Lady E, what's up with you? If you would unmute, you got a bad
And
thing.
this is, and this is, and
I
this
can't hear you.
is
What?
Lady Estelle
Yes, it
from
is.
the Lone Star State,
Like it.
all the way from Texas, but my heart is still in San Francisco.
Just like the song, huh?
I don't know about that, but yes.
You left your heart. Well, I'm gonna tell you, your heart is with this team called the Kansas City Chiefs because that's where you were. You lived most of your life before you came out here, and today they suffered their first loss of the season, Lady E.
Yeah, I heard that. I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it. And it's okay.
You're right. It is.
I mean, because it happened. Hey.
It happened. Going to happen. Buffalo and Josh Allen beat them. They beaten him in the regular season several times before. The problem is, Fillmore, when the playoffs come, nobody, including Buffalo, beats one Patrick Mahomes. So there's a nice celebration in Buffalo today, but this ain't the one you want to win. You got to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. So they will not go undefeated. They will not go undefeated. There's only been one undefeated. I'm gonna see if how much football history Fillmore knows. He claims he's a sports official, a nado. So, who is the only team?
Miami 71.
Whoa! Well, look, you went too fast. Say it out loud, brother. Miami Dolphins 1971. Okay, you know your stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a couple players just for
Oh, come on. Come on.
I ain't trying to be. I'm just asking.
Maurice. Name is Maurice. Running back. Larry Zonka.
Jim Kick. Of course, quarterback was Dan Marino.
No, it wasn't. Dan Marino was not
Bob Greasy. But the only team, well, who was the team? Next team that had a run at them and then lost in the
New England.
That's right, New England Patriots. Very hard to go undefeated, especially since they have lengthened the season. Now, I don't know why I'm talking because the Niners lost again at the last minute again to Geno Smith.
Defense got to get better.
Huh?
Defense got to get
better. They can't hold no leads, man.
They have to learn how to stop teams.
Seriously.
Have to learn.
Yes. It's a third game they've lost in the last few minutes.
Yeah, when it's time to get off the field, they need to get off the field.
You think it seriously? They down in the division, not just in the conference. You think it's over? Okay. All right. Okay.
They got too many good players.
Yeah, well, Bosa's hurt now, so yeah. Okay. All right. Those of us who everybody got our football fix. Let me give the Warriors are playing wonderful. Let me get my sports thing out. Warriors are playing wonderful. They can. I think they're 9-2. 9-2, looking good with the revamped team. Not missing Clay much. In fact, beat Clay when he came here. So, yeah. All right. All right, let's get to the news. Let's get to the news. I don't know where the soul is, but he did send me some news. He did send me some news. All right, let's do this. A judge just gave this woman on death row the best news ever. That is the title. Oh, there he is. Melissa Lucio has been on death row since 2008 for the murder
That's a
of
long time. That's a
Ooh.
long time.
for the murder of her 2-year-old daughter. Wow. However, she has claimed her innocence all this time. Then something unthinkable happened. She was granted a stay of execution by the Court of Criminal Appeals 2 days for her schedule of execution in 2022. She is scored Lucio, I think that's the way you pronounce her name, scored an enormous legal victory this week after senior state district judge Arturo Nelson issued a ruling finding that the prosecutors presented false evidence and suppressed false testimony and suppressed evidence proving the death of Lucio's daughter, Mariah, was truly an accident. Wow. Okay. All right. And then it goes into some detail. However, as of now, the court has satisfied her burden and produced clear and convincing evidence that she is actually innocent of the offense of capital murder. No rational juror could have convicted Lucio of killing her daughter after hearing all the evidence from her original trial alongside of the new evidence she has presented. That is amazing, wonderful. Death row 2-8, is that 16 years? Right, 16 years, right?
Yep.
That's a long time.
Lady E,
Soul said something about he can't hear. I don't know why. You don't know why?
Yes, I can hear
Not
Malcolm.
you. No,
hear
no, I saw
you.
something about Malcolm.
have they started?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're on. We can
You
hear
on.
you.
We can hear you. You can't hear us? All right. Okay. All right. Anyway, that is wonderful news, especially, that is, by the way, from the root, especially around the holidays. That is, I love those programs. They call them the Innocence Project. We've had them on here before. I'm gonna get them, try and get them again. Those folks that go in and get the wrongly convicted out, man, that's just amazing work, amazing work, amazing work. Those of you who are fans of the Malcolm X, the estate of Malcolm X, including family members, on Friday announced it will file a lawsuit against all they allege who were involved in his assassination nearly 60 years ago. The family of their lawyer spoke from New York City during a press conference and in front, in front of the Audubon Ballroom, apparently, where they did that, formerly known as Audubon Ballroom. According to attorney Ben Crump, the lawsuit claims that law enforcement groups like the CIA, FBI, and NYPD, along with other governmental entities, played a role in the conspiracy leading up to Malcolm X's assassination and engaged in a decades-long cover-up that deprived his family of justice. So Crump is on the case. We'll see if anything comes of it.
The article says that there were some of the members who were there at the time the event happened and did nothing.
It has long been said that there are members who were in the nation, John Ali being one who was apparently one of Malcolm's bodyguards. I can't remember exactly. We've seen him, we show the film, Lady E, and we've actually seen John Ali speak, or it was a CIA agent or an FBI agent, informant, one or the other. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, but that's not far-fetched from people's minds who, who follow that case very, very closely over the years. Did you watch the Tyson Paul fight? Anybody?
Yes.
You watched
That
it?
was a fight.
What did you think? Why did you watch it? I'm just curious.
I was proud of Mike Tyson. Thought he did a good job for his age.
Yeah. Were you worried he was gonna get hurt? He's 58, man.
Kinda. At one point, kind of, but I just wanted to, at some point, I kind of switched it. I kind of just wanted him to get through. Just make it to, just go the distance.
Go to this, which he did.
Yeah.
Which he
Good
did.
job.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah.
Very entertaining.
Did you watch?
Somewhat
Yeah.
entertaining.
Yeah, yeah. So did you watch it?
Oh yeah, I thought it was terrible.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I'm not the right person to ask. I mean, I
Well,
want.
no, I do think it was terrible. Mike loved it.
because it made me think was it fixed the whole time? And we already think that about boxing as it is. And it's just something just wasn't right about that fight.
Mm-hmm.
They both made a lot of money, which is what I guess most people are happy for. But that makes me more upset. I didn't like it.
Okay.
Did you
Okay.
watch it?
No. I mean, I don't watch those makeup exhibitions. I just don't watch. I'm not into those. I mean, whether it's Floyd or,
I like
Tyson.
boxing too much, I guess. That's all it is.
Remember when Roy Jones retired and Bernard Hopkins was coming back at 48 and 49 and 50? I'll be worried about them getting hurt. I really do.
Yeah.
Seriously. The whole aim of boxing is to hit and get hit, right? So, and brain damage, so I didn't watch it. But it says here, don't be surprised if you see more of these of these type of, he calls it a spectacle, all right, the ring in action. Anyway, so on and so forth. Look, if it's making money, it's gonna be on again.
You didn't watch the what's her name back in the day?
Who's that?
Not fight, but tennis player.
Who's that?
Got her name.
Serena?
No, in the 70s.
Billie Jean?
Yeah, Billie Jean.
You mean that match against Bobby Riggs?
Yeah.
Battle of the Sexes?
Yeah.
I
didn't watch
did. I don't think I watched it. I probably would have, just because it was, no man ever played a woman, So yeah,
Right.
yeah. But again, boxing is different.
I mean, we watched the 3-point contest with Steph against Sabrina, but this is different. This is boxing.
Well, you're gonna get hurt, and my all-time hero, Muhammad, he ended up with Parkinson's and brain and couldn't speak and so on. So yeah, there's a chance that kind of stuff might happen. But it's entertainment for some people, like the one across from me. So there'll probably be more of it. Okay. All right. Like I said, so I'm not gonna do this last story because I don't want, I know it's gonna be all bad and so on and so forth. We just have to ride out the ship. I know
What's the last story?
it's about how bad it's gonna be when that man takes office.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we know that's coming, right? Okay. All right, we are celebrating tonight something good, which is the anniversary of Street Soldiers Radio. No, not yet. Street Soldiers Radio, and let's go around the room because it's been all these years, and let's talk about when you first knew about the show. I mean, this show has always been about stopping the violence from day one. I remember the day that, we first came in, 1991. God, that's eons ago. And it was the day after Thanksgiving, and we had, they had tried it before, and they brought it in, and they asked me to come in and just, talk about, giving messages about what was going out there, which was a whole lot of mess, right? A whole lot of mess. And it was always because we work with young people at Alive and Free Omega Boys Club. And I was able to say exactly what I was saying to the young people at the club, but just to a larger audience, because we had seen it work. And when did you first know about Street Soldiers, the radio show?
Probably always knew about it because I listened to, KMEL, but I remember specifically calling in while I was in high school. And I don't remember the topic, but I remember that I got to talk to you, and it was like a long, deep conversation. And that was just so, I don't know, validating in a way, in order to talk about something that was important and go back and forth and not have it be surface. And yeah, I really appreciated that. So then when I came in years later to film, right? We film, we podcast, we do all that live streaming fun stuff. I've been doing it for 14 years, in order for me to be a part of that. I just really feel incredibly blessed to help share the message that you speak, Miss Estelle, the soul, everybody here, all the guests. Yeah, it's I think it's a really important show, and just what a blessing that we are celebrating 33 years.
Mike, when did you first know about Street Soldier? You didn't call me. I know that. I remembered you if you called.
Um, when I was younger, just it's twofold. When I was younger,
Mm.
but when I was younger, I used to be mad when Street Soldiers came on.
I
I
know
wanted to keep hearing music,
a lot of people were.
but then as you grow, you start to appreciate it. So, yep,
All right.
definitely.
The Soul.
Hey, what's up, brother?
When did you know about? Well, I know you know as long as I've been doing
And
it. But
I know about Street Soldiers since the first show. And I want to tell the audience, for folks who don't remember, Mike, you probably know, you might not know, but the first original show, as Doc knows, was hosted by the one and only MC Hammer.
Okay.
That's where the name Street Soldiers came from. It was a song on his album.
Yeah.
The show was a hit that one time. And Doc, if I remember correctly, KMEL liked it so much, they said, we want to keep this going. But obviously Hammer couldn't do the show, every week. And they reached out to you, and the rest is history. Did I get that right?
you got that right. What really happened? There was a show called The Love Zone. I remember the board op at that time was a guy named Kevin Nash.
Yep.
And Hammer wanted to promote his album, right? Because his connection to the street was being, lost. He wanted some more cred. So he had his new album, Street Soul. And he said he convinced Kevin Nash, instead of doing Love that night, let's just talk about what's going on in the community. And all these phone calls came in, and Hammer made it late to the studio, and by then they didn't know what to say to the people. They didn't have no referrals or nothing. They this flood of neighborhood home stuff, and Mike, nobody really knew what the crack cocaine era was doing to folks, like, and so how bad it was. And then Hammer came and said, basically, Streets of Oakland stay strong, by my album, right? So, but they had such an outpouring at the station of calls that they said, look, we're gonna bring it back. That's when I got involved, like you said. So the rest is history. Lady E.
Doc, real quick, I just got to tell the listeners, because this is an important point for them to know. Doc, how long you been doing this show?
3 years.
33 years.
Yeah.
Okay, and how much have you got paid to do this show, Dr. Marshall?
The love of the people.
Oh, you mean zero? Yes, exactly. Hey, people need to know that this is all from the heart. That's all from this man's heart right here.
Nothing but love for the folks. You get paid in being able to stop somebody from doing something that they're gonna regret, right? Lady E, when did you first get involved with the Street Soldiers radio show?
I think I learned about Street Soldiers shortly. I heard it on the radio back in the early 1990s after I moved to the Bay Area. But for sure, after the training, one of your first institutes, I attended an institute, and you talked about the radio show, and after that, then it was for sure. So I think that was in 97.
Yeah, and you actually, we had, my co-host was Margaret Norris. Dr. Margaret Norris was my first co-host for the first, I guess, 13 years, but 92 until 2005. So it would be 7, something like that.
No.
Huh?
No.
No?
No.
When did you start?
I started with the radio show 2002.
I was looking back at my records, which means you have been with the radio show now 22 years, right?
Right.
22 years. And you've also been with the club for 20 years as an instructor. But if it goes back to when you first were involved in us, it probably goes back to what, 1999? You first took the training?
97.
97. Oh, Lord. So you've been around a minute.
For a minute.
So you know what? I think we're going to do, I think we're going to dedicate this anniversary to you. Yes, I do. I think we're going to, because, your work as the co-host of the show, and also your work at the club, it's been amazing. You know, I don't think I could do it without you. And, you know, yeah, because I've been doing it with you for so long. So do you mind us just talking a little bit about you and all you've done and continue to do?
You know, it's hard for me to, you know, that's one of the hardest things for me to do is to talk about what I do and what
Okay,
I
you don't have to talk. I got some people that want to talk. Okay. I got some people that want to
That
talk.
sounds good.
And you bring in the people that want to talk. Okay. You want to bring in the people that want to talk. There's a few people that I let know about this milestone, and you know they just sort of,
Oh, there's Mr.
wow. They said this. Come on, listen. So yeah, I don't even know where to. All right, we're gonna celebrate you tonight on the anniversary.
That's a
This week you on the anniversary. Anniversary of Free Soldiers, the anniversary of your work at Alive and Free Omega Boys Club. We are just going to let them say what they want to say about the one and only Lady
you
Estelle
serious?
on
What?
Sunday night and Miss Estelle on Tuesday night. 20 plus 23, 24, 25. Anyway, it's been a minute. So I don't know where we gonna start. I'm gonna start with this person because he back east. He got to get up early. So Rashad Demings,
Hey, Rashad.
I'm gonna start with you. You can say what you want to about the one and only Lady.
Oh no.
Yes, go right
I
ahead.
ain't, I ain't, can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. We can hear you.
Okay. I didn't know y'all was gonna start with me. I wasn't prepared for all that, but it's a pleasure hearing and seeing all y'all right now. But what would I say about Mrs. Steele?
Oh Lord, what would you say?
We've been ups and downs, and I think without you, I wouldn't have been pushed in the way that I have. I wouldn't be successful in the place that I am now. Without you pushing me to my limits in a way that I didn't really care for. And I owe a lot of success to you in my matriculation through college and other endeavors. I just want to thank you for always being there, always listening, always being a number that's going to pick up, especially when my family didn't. So I really appreciate you and love you.
Oh,
Rashad, I gotta ask you, was there a
thank you.
moment, something she said, something like, because I know you thought she was crazy. I know you did. You told me that lady crazy. What was the time that you like that you just got her?
They won. They won. I wasn't really feeling the energy she was giving. It was too much. It was too much. You gonna do this, and I wasn't really with the authority thing. I wasn't with that at all, and she made me nervous. Now that I'm older and I can understand what was happening, she made me nervous. She made me scared to actually be seen, and no wasn't an option. And I didn't like that at all neither. So, yeah, she pushed me in ways that helped me later. I didn't see how it was helping me right then. She was like, "Yeah, next time." I told her, "Don't call on me," and that was the mistake. That was the
Wait,
mistake that I made. And
not only did you tell me don't, you literally walked up on me. I need everybody to know that Rashad, how tall are you, baby?
I'm 6'3".
6'3". I'm 5'3". And so he literally walked all the way up on me and he said, don't call on me. Because I was like,
I feel like I was having an honest moment. And
you were.
yeah, I
It was
having an
very
honest
honest.
moment.
You were. And I said,
Yeah.
thanks for letting me know. Because he didn't like that. Okay. So then class started next week. He's back. And I said, Rashad, I need you to. And if eyes could have killed, I would not be telling this story. He looked at me like, I'm gonna get you. And you know what he did?
I just thought we had an understanding. Like
I
I didn't want to
understood.
be called on. I voiced
understood.
it, I expressed it, and you disregarded it. So I was like, oh, okay,
Oh, no,
that's where we
no.
at.
I didn't disregard it. I took it all the way in. And what I knew was you need to be able to speak. You need to be able to stand
Yeah.
and speak. and speak well. And I said, stand up. Yeah. Yeah, you were not feeling it. But I tell you what
No.
you told me later. And that touched my heart. And thank you, you've touched my heart again.
Thank
Thank
God.
You're
Thank
very
you.
welcome.
Thank you, man. I know you got to give it more and go to work. You a
Yeah.
big, your brother, you're a black man working. You know, we love that.
Yeah. Got to be at the hospital early.
Thanks, Chad. No, let me go back. Oh, Mr. Mitra. Okay, Mr. Mitra. I was trying to go to the people back east first, but Ann said you, so I got to come to you.
Hi, everybody. Rashad, you're looking great. Mrs. Steele, it's been 24 years. It's been 24 years?
Oh, she always be giving me. We need to get her numbers right. We still working on her numbers.
How many years, Mrs. Steele?
Okay, you were 1 year after me.
No, you. How many years you?
Oh, 20, altogether 22, but 20 in the classroom.
Oh,
That makes
so
you
we've been
19.
we've been knowing each other for 19 years. That's a long time.
It's a long time.
That's a long time. And our relationship is really like no other relationship that I have. And it's very known that we move as one. If one is not there, it's gonna be hard to keep the other. So that's a very known fact. But 19 years, Mrs. Stell, and when I go to describe you, it's like I use like 10 words to describe who you are to me. And it kind of depends on the person which words, but one word that's common in every time I describe you is she's my second mother. She's my guiding light. So you have been everything and more to me. I don't know if you will ever understand that. And I don't think you'll ever understand it because it's even hard for me to process how deep I feel for you. So congratulations. Is congratulations in order?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Is congratulations in order? Or I should say, let's tell you made it, girl. We made it. You made it.
Woo.
Thank
So
you.
we have a lot of laughs. We have a lot of tears. We have a lot of shared experiences. We have a lot of unspoken words. We know when to step in without anything having to be said. We know when to step back without anything having to be said. We are two folks that are truly in sync. And if anybody can ever in their life establish a relationship as such, it's more than worthwhile. So I thank you. I love you. It's been an ultimate pleasure. And Dr. Marshall, it's not that I wouldn't want to do this with anybody else. I ain't gonna do this with anybody else. So
You made that clear to me several times.
Thank you, Mr.
So,
Mitchell.
I know,
just know.
I know it's a duo. It's a duo. And the duo produces
It's a
results.
duo.
And that's why all
It's a
these
duo.
Your name young no more. All these folks are here tonight. Thank you, Mr.
The best, Lady E.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, it's a duo for sure. So just know, it's not that I wouldn't, but I ain't doing it with nobody else.
I got it. I got it. I got it. I'm blessed. I'm praying. All I do is pray. I ask the ancestors, Lord, keep them. Let me go to somebody who just got off of work. Lady E, do you see this one called Dr. Kayla Regis? Kayla, come on
You
in.
know, I saw Kayla. Dr. Kayla?
Hello, hello, hello.
What's up?
Oh, nothing. This is the pleasure. This is the pleasure that I have. Miss Estelle, man, so many things been going through my mind while I wait to say something to you. And one thing that I will say that was so important to me, not just going through Alive and Free, but it was during Alive and Free and going through those courses in high school and having to take the BART to get there and all the things. You exposed the me that my family didn't see. And that is very that's something important that I gotta say, because kids, this different generation coming through, I can't even imagine what that feels like right now. I watch my brother and my sister and I'm like, wow, just people coming behind them growing up. Wow. And in my time frame, I like to feel that it was a little bit better, but I will tell you that the most important piece that I hold dear to me is when I got to college, because I felt like I would call you Miss Estelle at the most random times. I don't even know what I really needed some of those times. I don't really know that I needed anything during those times, but you were my boost. You gave me the Alive and Free boost. I know for a fact every semester that I needed. And I knew I wasn't alone in high school. I had a family. Don't get me wrong. My family loves me. I know I'm not alone. But it's different when you're in college and you know that back home, the people that are supporting you, they're rooting for you, they're helping you financially. You know that they know what you're going through. So it just hits different when you call. So for that, Mrs. Estelle, thank you, because I made it all the way through to get my doctorate.
So it
Yes, okay.
And I did it.
Congratulations.
I did it pretty fast.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All of those boosts you gave me all the way through to my doctorate. Thank you, Mrs. Estelle.
My pleasure.
I love you.
I love you too, baby.
Dr. Kayla, I remember a couple moments in the class when you was like,
I remember that one. That one. When she said her boyfriend was playing with a gun, I said, hold on.
Yep.
Hold on. And she came back the next week. I said, how's your boyfriend? She said, oh no, he's not my boyfriend anymore.
Yes, ma'am.
What are you talking about?
Yes, ma'am.
Love will never lead you to danger.
No, you got that right.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.
Just got off. You big time now. Are you running the hospital yet? I know you're gonna be. If you ain't, you are.
I'm going for some director roles, but I'm managing surgery at the #1 trauma in the state of Alabama, UAB Hospital.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's a big role. My vice president told me last week I'm like a mini CEO within the surgical suite. I started laughing. I said, "Thank you. Come on for this promotion."
Your journey has been remarkable. One thing about you, and it's one of the characteristics that just about all of you have exhibited, and that is you don't give up. You don't stop. You're determined. And I remember some of the things that you went through, and baby, you went through them. We talked about it. You would definitely call and drop some. I'm like, girl, yes, I was your cheerleader, because you were not going to let anything keep you from your goal. And funny how you kept having another goal and another goal. And
I have you to thank for that goal. Like, come on, you
going. Because you can. Because you can. And you did. Yeah.
Ladies and words. I'm telling you.
You have a famous saying, lady. Everything you need is in you. And I love that, because all of these people have exhibited that. Let me go to, thank you, Doc.
Thank you, Kayla.
Dr. Kayla. Let me go to Will. Where's Will? I saw Will. Where's Will? Did Will disappear?
There he is. I see Will. He's got his name is William.
William.
Hey, how are you?
Good man.
I'm good. I'm good. How wonderful to see you.
Amazing to see you as well. Mine's going to be short and sweet, but I wanted to say thank you so much, and the ultimate love and respect for you. You are a queen. You are a goddess, a teacher, my loved one, and I'm eternally grateful for our back and forth in high school and beyond. And you were also there for me through a broken neck.
Yeah.
And it was something that weighed heavy and still weighs heavy on me. both physically and emotionally. But like they say, Jesus, Elijah, rock. I think in my life, you were one of the rocks. And I just want to say I love you with all my heart. You are deserving of all the love and respect. And I can't wait to see what life and God brings you in your life to come.
Thank you, Will.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a journey. God brought you through something.
That he did.
Walking. And look at you, what just remarkable. A living testimony, but we all are. But baby, yours. Yeah, that
Yes,
was
ma'am.
tough. That was
Yes,
tough.
ma'am.
I think I still had on my desktop the story you wrote, how the rose grew out of the, do you remember that?
Out of the concrete?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I had that. Thank you, Will. It's wonderful.
Absolutely. And you look good too.
Baby, gray hair and all. All right. Thank you. Yes,
Absolutely.
God let me have it. And I tell you what, ain't nothing like wearing it.
There it
And
is.
I'm trying to wear it as well as I can.
Well, you wear it well. You wear it well. And I love you.
Thank you. Thank you. I love you too, baby.
All right.
Let me go to Messiah Edwards in her first year of law school. I don't see her on camera, but there, and you got to show your face because you know she won't see you. So don't be
I'm
coming.
literally in my bonnet. Like
Girl, I seen her bonnet. Do you want me to go get mine? I got one. Look at me laughing.
I'm over here.
Yes,
Wait,
I will go put my bonnet on just so that you can feel comfortable.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
We want to see you. I don't get to see you no more. Not even going to law school.
Let me see. Y'all better not judge me. But,
We're not gonna judge.
I'm coming as I am on this Sunday night.
5, 4.
But
where's your camera? Come on.
Okay.
You see? Hey, girl.
There she is.
Listen, I had some kids come to class in their bonnets, okay?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
What you want to about the, you always call her Dr. Estelle, you know that.
I always do call her Dr. Estelle.
She did.
I feel like that's the norm, but I did want to come on. I really couldn't miss it to celebrate Lady Estelle. I feel like when the first word that comes to mind when I think of her is someone that's poised and someone that's well put together. I feel like she's also very discerning. In times where I really needed someone to talk to, she definitely provided that discernment, and her words of encouragement have definitely carried me along the way. So I'm very grateful. Can you guys hear me? Oh,
yes, we can hear you.
Yeah,
I'm very grateful for her and just her presence.
Messiah, yes, I can just talk about all of you. What you went through, your ability to stand and keep moving, no matter how many walls came up, you practically walked right through the walls, moved them out of the way, and kept going. Yes, you are an amazing lady, and you just continue to get where you're going. Keep doing what you know you have to do. Unapologetically.
How's that first year of law school going, girl?
You know, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard. It is everything that they say that it is, but you know
what they say, Messiah. Nothing is hard. Some things just require more effort.
Yeah.
They do, and that's why it's 12 o'clock out here, and I'm still writing the paper. So wish me good luck on this all nighter. But it seems like every day is all nighter out here.
All right, you can do it. You can do it. We got Tarisha. I see Tarisha on here. We got one who did that, who walked that journey. You can do it too, baby.
Thank you.
Thank you for being, thank you so much for being here, for your kind words. Thank you.
Couple more back east. Let me go to Charles Robinson. See you. You see Charles, lady?
Yes, I do.
At him. Pop
Mrs.
extraordinaire.
Oh, how wonderful to see you, Charles. Oh my
Mrs.
goodness.
Stell, good evening. Good evening, everybody. I just have to say it's been a long time. I've known you a long time. I used to call in from the battlefield. Used to be on my satellite phone when I was fighting in Iraq and Afghanistan and calling you guys on the satellite phone and had to get off real fast because we were in a gunfight. So my word for
Used to
you
worry me.
is Okage. And it's the village wise person. That's what it translates to. And I know that you are the scribe. There are so many stories when we recap at night that you break down. And I would just like to see that in a book, just all the notes you write about us, all the words and things you encourage us with. I cannot say I've seen my sister come through there. I've seen people I've known come through there. I've seen people grow up. I'm very thankful. And like Miss Demetra said, I don't think that you guys are a tag team. So just seeing you guys without each other is, I don't think I can do it. So I am very thankful and grateful the many days, the many prayers you spent, like I said, while I was on the battlefield, and graduating, dealing with family, everything. This is your night, and I hope you enjoy it. And just, I hope that your brain is just writing down words that everybody says, because it's well deserved.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you. Yes, when you would call in, that would worry me. That would worry me so much. We just had to pray. We just had to pray. And then you came home. It's like, you know what? And I know, Miss Norris was your teacher. But when you came home, listen, the way you treated me, who knew that I wasn't your teacher? It's like, baby, wait. Jesus wants you to know that we are so glad to see you on this side. And then to see the father that you've become and how you have really been a role model and taught and led and guided your children. So I thank you for being here and I thank you for your words. And yes, you're right. When I look up and I don't hear Miss Demetra, especially because she knows I hit the wall. And when I hit the wall, nobody knows I hit it, but she does. And she will just come right through with the next thing to say. Like, hallelujah. Yes. Anyway, thank you so much for being here, Charles. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm not taking notes because usually when I take notes, there's a presence that I've got to be between so many different places. But I wasn't expecting anything, which means I need to be fully present for everything that I'm hearing. I am fully present. I'm not taking notes tonight, and I hope it's being recorded. Thank you.
Let me go to this one. Thank you, Charles. Love you, man. Let's go to this. I think this is from your first class. Mika Jones. Mika Jones.
All right, Miss Mika.
I was gonna say, y'all saying too. I feel like every time y'all say,
yes, I'm here too.
No,
is that Adrian?
Oh, girl, I couldn't miss it.
Yes, her first class about 19 years ago.
Mika, we can't see you. Your face isn't in the picture.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Can you see me now?
Yes, I can see you. I can see you.
All right, now we can.
Everybody. Yeah, it was so good to see you, hear your voice, Charles. I love you, Mr.
Yes, we love you.
It was so good to
Everybody.
see y'all hear me. I don't know everybody, but like that really was right on my heart. So, Mrs. Steele, I don't even know where to start.
First of all, the illustrious, okay? Yeah, the most beautiful.
The lady, okay, the lady of the night, especially tonight. You want to say hi? Hurry up. Hi.
Oh my goodness sakes!
The little
Is
two
that little Miss Adrian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness
And
sakes!
Jessica just had her third baby.
Jessica just had her third
Friday
baby.
before last.
Came back home from helping her with the baby and stuff. So yes, another little boy, serious.
Yes. So she got.
Mika, you was in the first class. You
I
was
was
her
in the first class, and I honestly didn't know much prior to Mrs. Steele, you know, in terms of like being educated at Omega. So it was a great introduction. And what I really take away from that experience was just how your femininity, you know, you are so much of a, first of all, Lady Estelle, that speaks for itself. But you're so feminine, and coming from Oakland, like and I won't say everybody, but most women were pretty rigid and like hardcore. Not too many like, you know, like feminine ladies, or like just giving you that like
Poised and
appeal and that poise, and that like this is how you should carry yourself, and like, you know, the way you should speak, the tone of your voice, how it should be leveled, and not like, you never yelled at us, honestly.
And got your point through.
You know,
okay.
it just be a look in the eye, you know, like similar to like our mothers, you know. So I really appreciate that from you. And even after completing the course and going to off to school, I feel like you really pushed me to make sure I take care of myself. And in terms of like, you purchased something expensive for me. I don't know if you remember or not.
No, I don't remember. Girl, see, I slept since then. You know, listen. I got some gray hair now.
Well, it has to do something with hair. So Carol's daughter, remember they had just came out with their brand, and you had got me like the whole thing. You were like, okay, when you go away, make sure you take care of your hair, make sure you X, Y, and Z. And that meant so much to me because, I mean, again, like most of my mentors in the community were men, you know, Dr. Marshall, Jack, Dave Muhammad, Beyond, you know what I'm saying? Like, you were one of the first female mentors I feel like I had, even though it was like, you know, not formal, you know, it's very informal because you were my instructor, but I just appreciate the way that you like, you know, attached me, and how it was just like a seamless relationship. I really do love you and appreciate you for that.
Oh my goodness.
And Mrs. Steele, you already know, girl, how I feel about you. I mean, just basically what everybody has already said about you, but the fact that you are so like soft-spoken, but really in the inside, it's like you're everything. You know what I mean? You didn't have to be like loud and like, you know what I'm saying? So let us know that you meant business, and we respected it. You know what I mean? We didn't have to, it wasn't no question about it. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. And I try to be like that to myself, you know, not so hard on the outside, but still be able to get my point across without, you know, going across the line.
Yeah, you know.
But I look up to you for those things. Cause like Mika said, we didn't really have a lot of women mentors besides our mom, you know what I'm saying? But you were our second mom, you know what I mean? And I know Mika was in the first class, but I was right there with her too, Dr. Marshall. Shoot. I wasn't going to college that year, but I was there. And
we're not done celebrating.
Hold on, y'all.
Mrs. 33 years of Street Soldiers Radio. We do have to head to our break right now, but we are not done. We are going to head on over to YouTube Live at Stay Alive and Free to keep celebrating the one and only Miss Lady Estelle.
Hang on, everybody.
Yeah.
We'll be back. Hang on.
Alive and Free College Prep Class. Yuri, Christina, Pablo, and Andrew. Simone, Jalil, Jeremiah, Sanaya, and Brandon. After explanations and introductions, a question was asked. Why don't young people make it? And this is what they said. Peer pressure, bad role models, and trying to fit in. Fear of success, fast money, no support system, and bad environment. Then they shared what keeps them from losing their way. And they had some insightful things to say. It's never too late. You can make a change. You can do more, be more. It's not too late. It started out strange and a little bit weird until they came to feel and know that Omega is sincere. They shared what they've learned and the impact it made. Awake and aware, a big difference, and it's prompted change. They've learned to save. Is it a want or a need? Say no to credit cards. Pay attention and think. So Street Soldiers wants everybody to see learning does make a difference. And please, stay alive and free. This is Lady Estelle asking you to consider this.
You know, I want to say, I think the best thing about this is, Lady E, one of the things you added to the show that we didn't have before was your signature, consider this. The amazing thing that you did and continue to do in summing up what we have talked about for 2 hours on the show.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I got to fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
We're going to be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas. Just use Upside.
Upside.
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Right. Get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway.
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200.
So where is Mike? Okay, so we're not going to that concert, y'all.
No, oh my concert. Well, Mrs. Steele, anyways, we love you so much. Just wrap up what we was gonna say. I love you so much.
I love you as
we
well.
have
You know
so
it.
many words. I love how eloquent you are. How you just like, instead of using a foul language, you use your vocabulary, and you've always encouraged us to do the same. You know, don't be saying all that stuff in your classrooms. You don't get down with that. You know, I love you a lot. So yeah.
Yes, and I just wanted to say exactly the same thing. You know, I love you so much. When I didn't have nobody else to call, I knew I can call Mrs. Steele, okay? And she was going to answer the phone no matter what time I'm on, you know, down south, and she way up here, and, you know, you always going to answer the phone for me. I appreciate you. And also for you teaching me, like, how to advocate for myself and speak for myself. You know what I mean? Like, I know everybody look at me like, oh, she going to see, but you showed me a way to express myself and, you know what I mean, be able to get it done and not use like malice, you know what I'm saying, with my words. And you know, you get more bees with honey than you know the other word. But yeah, so I do appreciate you for that. I love you so much. So beautiful. And yes, girl. And I just dyed my grays, okay? When I get my whole head, I'm gonna be looking like you. Okay.
Well, don't rush it. Don't rush it.
It's already there. It's already there, girl. I ain't gotta rush it.
Hey y'all, I'm back. We keep moving. Now that we got the technical things out, and I can hear and you can hear me. I just wanted to say, and I was
We can hear you.
referring to, it was Consider This that you put together. Amazing. And I've seen you actually sit here and write as we're doing it and sum up. That is something that you brought to the show that it's just, I can't say it, you know, it's the poet in you just happens live, and then that final piece is just, I don't know what to say. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me get some more folks in there who have been waiting patiently.
I'm gonna say Mika, I'll work on that. And I'll say Mika and Adrian, there are some who have heard my choice words.
Yeah.
I've heard
You
every
were
now
the
and then.
ones, because you saw Dana hitting the table. See, there are some that have heard some really choice words from me. You know, but see, when they come out, those of you who have heard them, they were like exclamation points. I needed to give them something that they could hear.
Yeah.
Give them something they could hear.
Hey, okay.
They didn't hear the other one. Maybe I got something that you can hear. Thank you.
Adrian, thank you, Mika.
I love y'all.
I love you, baby.
Thank you for staying awake when Dr. Marshall was sleeping in class.
You know, I never sleep. That's the
I
way
know, that's
do.
what most of us, I wouldn't sleep.
Know that I hear everything. I know everything. That's why y'all be coming. How you know that? Because I know everything. That's how I am. Let me go to Malcolm Mobley, because Malcolm, you are back east at Morgan. Got to get you in. You're up late at night. Go ahead, say what you want to say to the only one and only lady, Miss Lady Estelle.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Mrs. Estelle. It's good to see you. Oh, there we go. If I had $1 for every time Mrs. Estelle corrected me after saying the not word
right, it's not a
I'd
word.
be a very rich man. So I'm gonna try my best to stop from doing that right now. Oh, there we go. There it goes.
It's all right, baby.
But Miss Estella said like a lot of prolific things to me, and something that definitely stuck with me one time. Miss Estelle said it was something, I can't quote it exactly, but she was telling me you can't get through life just being like a nice guy, you know. And I forget why that stuck with me so much, but you know, when you hear something from like the Mac Blaster, she tell you something personally, you know, you gotta get your life together, get it in order. So that was something that really stuck with me. I just want to thank you, Mrs. Stell, for everything you did for me at Live and Free, all the things you pointed out to me. Watch out for the tall grass, all the life lessons, and I'm definitely on a better life trajectory, because of you. So thank you so much. I love you.
Thank you, Malcolm. I love you too. I love you too. Thank you so much.
Armand, you down at Grambling State University, getting ready to graduate in a few days. Actually, say what you want to say to Lady Estelle.
Mrs. Estelle, where do I begin? So I feel like a young OG of sorts, if you will, because my mom was at Alive and Free, my auntie was at Alive and Free, and then I went to Alive and Free, but I was at Alive
at 9 years old.
9 years old in the back of the classroom, not knowing what I'm doing. I'm over there playing with the computer while y'all learning y'all stuff and keys to life and things of that nature. But I knew Mrs. Estelle then. But then I didn't really know Mrs. Estelle. But when I came back for myself, I got to know Mrs. Estelle, and it's like, oh, she get on heads, right? Because my head was constantly getting got on because I was the person in the classroom who, I focused and paid attention, but I like to talk a lot. So, I used to get corrected for that. And, one thing I did realize with that is, you can't always talk because you're gonna miss something. So that's one big thing that Mrs. Estelle has taught me in my time. Alive and Free. And Mrs. Estelle, you are an amazing woman. You care for people like none other, and it is truly appreciated. So I just wanted to come on here and say that. And I love you.
Thank you, Armand. I love you too. And it's been wonderful watching you grow up. Oh my goodness sakes. From a 9-year-old to what? Alpha A? A5?
A5A.
All right. College graduate? Yes, I did have to redirect you often, and I wasn't scared to redirect you. Tell your mama, because I'm going to tell her too, because you're going to get it right. And it's important to get it right. Those are gifts that when you get it and you take it with you, guess what? You're going to be all right. And you've done an amazing job. I'm proud of you. Thank you.
Let's go from the son to the mom. Smiling, smiling, smiling. You know, I don't think I've ever seen Mallory when she wasn't smiling.
Yeah.
Really, you just, I don't, you just got, look, you could be a poster. I ought to give you a toothpaste ad or something. Good girl, you smiling all the time.
Oh, God, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Oh, I couldn't miss this. Lady Estelle. So I wrote down a few things. I'm gonna run through them and then I'm gonna say some things. What I see about who Lady Estelle is. As we celebrate you on today, she is my soror, mother figure to all, always showing up. She's always there. Resilient, committed to this work of serving Alive and Free, changing lives. A servant, a phenomenal woman of God, always know what to say. She always know what to say when you're going through, and she have it right for each individual person. She's loving, she's caring, and just amazing. 22, so it's 22 years. So you know what that signifies for us. Also just someone that I thought about or came to mind when 22 number was ran was Miss Candace Hill. I know she's smiling down, but I wanted to just make sure to acknowledge those things. Every one individual, anybody, every person, we all need to be seen, heard, and affirmed. And Lady Estelle does that for all of us. All of us, even Doc, whoever she comes into contact with. And we don't need to fight for the attention that she gives because she gives it in abundance. So we all feel like what we get from her is what we needed in that moment at that time. So I just appreciate you pouring into me in the many ways that you have. And I'm going to say, yes, receive these accolades that are coming. I know that is not something that you're able to always comfortably do. So I appreciate that we are pouring into you on today because you have poured into so many. So thank you. May God continue to bless you, keep you, and just exceed your expectations of what you have laid before him. So love you so, so very much. And I am just grateful that I got to be around the shining star that is Lady Estelle.
Oh, wow. Go ahead, Mallory. Wow. I gotta ask, because I may not get a chance to again on camera in front of all these people. What's it like seeing that your son graduate?
I am elated. I am so excited. I am so proud of Armand. And I'm just counting down the days. So for me, the way in which I came into Alive and Free, I had him. He was 5 years old when I left to move to Houston. And him watching me, he knew he didn't have a choice, but to actually see and just be in the moment and be present, as Lady Estelle so often share, is important and vital to be present. So to just embrace this, I am so, 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 so happy. Words cannot express the way I feel right now as we are gearing up to Armand's graduation. But proud, I mean, mine is bigger than that. And usually I look to Lady Estelle for words, but not in this moment. It's about her. But I am truly grateful and I feel blessed and honored because Armand has went to Grambling and done some great things. So I'm just proud, so very proud of him. So yes, that's how I feel. So I'm like super excited, super, super. And I have Alive and Free and so many of everyone there to thank for that and for the dropping them off and taking them and Doc and Lady Estelle and just all of you for pouring into him. I'm truly, truly, truly grateful, truly grateful.
The common denominator is both of you had Lady E, Miss Estelle, as your teacher at the club. Thank you.
That's amazing.
That
Yeah,
is.
amazing. Yes, it is.
Lord, that means we old, but it's good. Jaime, Lord, remember, go ahead, man. Oh Lord, the one with 5 names. I love this brother. Jaime, Lady Estelle, look. Jaime,
Oh, yeah.
your turn. Say what you want to say about Mrs. Estelle. Is he frozen?
Okay. Well, let
I think he is.
me second.
Yeah, I think his
Oh,
Wi-Fi is rough.
he needs to turn off his camera. Maybe that'll help with the.
We get Jaime, you want to try it now?
Yeah, let me try it. Is this working?
This is better. Go right ahead. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
You can speak. Don't worry about the camera.
I just don't know how to express myself or how, how I feel about you. Like, I had to go back and I'm just thinking about all the times we talked and all the times you helped me. And I just think about, like, I feel like for me in my story, like my most unforgettable memory showed up and I thought I knew it all. That's kind of how Mrs. Stowe just reminds me all the time. I thought I knew it all. And then I realized I didn't know it all. And this story just goes into like other things in my life of just like going into the room of thinking it again. I think I know it all, but I had to reel back to, I had to be very open to learn. So it's just like a continuing story of like how Mrs. Stowe, with her classes. And just one other thing is just for me, I feel like Mrs. Stowe, life is scary. Life, there's a lot of challenges out there, especially like with school and everything. But I always think back of just courage with Mrs. Stowe. Like the unknown is scary, but the way Mrs. Stowe always talks about courage just kind of encourages me to keep going. Things get really rough, but I just think about Mrs. Stowe and I just keep going. Like I was just thinking about Mrs. Stowe like a few weeks ago, or like there's sometimes it's just randomly I'm just thinking about how scary something is, and I'm just thinking like, what would Mrs. Stowe do? What would she tell me? And then it just keeps me going, And if I got this far from you guys, Mrs. Stowe, and so I'm just always trying to move forward. But that's just I always keep you all in mind when I'm doing my stuff.
Thank you, Jaime.
Thank you.
Yes.
Came from San Jose every week to the club. Never forget that.
Every Tuesday.
Can't come from around the corner. And this brother was
an hour.
An hour. He was gonna get there, and he did. And
then in between times when he needed to.
Amazing.
To remember and to apply when you feel it, when it comes up, But see, sometimes, I'd love to take credit, but I can't take credit when that's the spirit of God that's guiding you, and if it's coming through in my voice, okay. But that's somebody that that's probably traveled the same route, maybe doing different things, but knowing that you can do it, just keep going forward. Just keep going. Listen and follow your guidance. Trust and follow your guidance.
I'm happy to have your brother in the program. He just got accepted to San Jose State. He's going to move over from Kenyatta and his JC and be there following your footsteps. You have set a wonderful example for family, man. A great example.
Thank you, Dr. Marshall. Thank you, Mrs. Stowe.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you. Thank you. Teresa, you still there? Remember when this?
Yes.
You remember when this one came, Lady E?
Oh, yeah. Teresa and her crew.
Yeah.
Richmond crew.
Hi, Mrs. Stale.
Hey, baby, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's good to see you.
What do you remember about Lady E?
Oh man, I loved her from day one. I didn't think she was too hard or anything. I thought she was everything that we all needed, and I was like, when I came to the club, I was ready to take in as much as I could. So
You
she was fine by me.
You came ready.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely appreciate Miss Estelle. We are all so blessed to have had you when we did, way before COVID and all that. We were in person. Like, yeah, it's changed a lot, and I'm glad that I was able to experience you when I did, because you definitely are a gem for us all.
Thank you. Thank you. You are the same. Oh, I'll tell you, I know. Demetrius already told me, just take it in, Mrs. Dale. Just take it in.
Mm-hmm.
To be still and take it
in. I love you and I miss you. And it's thanks for reaching out to me, Dr. Marshall.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you for responding. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Let me go to Miss Dana. Dana Ward Robert. Lord.
Miss Estelle. I always call you Ma, because you are, you are like major heart, like my heartstring. I would say, like, basically whenever I'm thinking of like a narrator, you know how you've seen him, Morgan Freeman, and Bruce Almighty, that's you in my head when it's going like, baby. I'd be like, oh, okay. I'd be like, oh, okay. When you know it's something that feels like I need to ground myself. And then this one right here, you better quit playing, comes out right next. Because again, you give it to us as honestly as you show up. You're not fearful. You say it how it is. You love hard. That's why you present yourself to telling people that you know that they could do more and be the best self. You call us higher so that we know when we get the tools from you, we can build for ourselves. You create us to be independent. You don't want to enable us. And you even tell us when it's time to ask for help, you better call out help. Yeah. You remind us that we are beautiful. You remind us that we are whole. We have everything within us. Mm-hmm. And you are a constant vibe, no doubt about it. And just the quick words that you may give at times and saying every 7 years, something's gonna change. Mm-hmm. Okay? And to be very aware to not let it overwhelm you.
You remember that?
Yes, me and Mallory talked about it not too long ago. And it was happening for both of us at the same time. And she said, don't you remember? I remember that. And sure enough, it happens in that cadence. So, Mrs. Estelle, every single thing that you touch, every single thing that you say creates magic. And it's not even magic because it's real. We love you. We honor you. We cherish you. And I know, Dr. Marshall, sometimes you say, I know you ain't coming here to see me. You're coming here to see Mrs. I was like, yes, you know I love you, Doctor. But I'm going to Mom because I need to talk to Mom because you be busy. So I'll be like, where's Mom at? I need to talk to her for a second. And then I always try to make sure I leave space for her to tell me how she is doing. Look, because I care.
It ain't a contest, okay?
But I know that I want to leave space because I care about how she is doing as well. So we are here for you. We always want to know how you're doing. We are so proud of you. You are the best of us. And you keep on shining because you ain't done.
All right.
All right now. Gotta get Dana in the pulpit. No.
I'm in Utah right now, so I'm working, y'all.
You're doing, yes. Lord, thank you, honey. Thank you.
Thank you,
Daryl
Daryl.
Randolph. I bet that boy went off to Howard and just kept it up.
What's up with everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Up.
How wonderful.
Appreciate y'all calling. Thanks for calling me Doc and Mrs. Estelle. Lady Estelle, tonight is about you. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Two things that come to my mind when I just think about Lady Estelle is the word dedication, the word love. I think that's how she always show up in everything that she does. I think that we all have our own personal stories with Mrs. Estelle, and that's the beauty of who she is. No voice is too small. Nobody is too small, and she really embodies that. And I really think about one unique, I guess, memory when we were going through the scholarship program, and we had to write our story. And I remember as I was writing my story, thinking about what to say, she told me just to not hold back. And then with that, it challenged me to just look at myself, learn how to just tell my story, learn how to process my feelings, learn how to let go of my balloon, and making sure that I never let that balloon fill up too much. But also help me to just become a more creative writer and a creative thinker and a more critical thinker. And I think that has allowed me in the professional world and as I developed as an adult, just become a little bit more impactful with some of the things that I've done. I really want to appreciate you for that. And the lesson that you instilled in me specifically throughout my time at Omega Boys Club, or Live and Free is what we call it now. And just, I really, really appreciate you. You're someone as I continue to move over in life and move up in life that I never want to disappoint. So I always know that you're only one bad decision away. And every time I think about doing things and positive things and moving up the next level, I never forget the people who helped get me there.
Remember that day that his professor found us and called us on the phone from Howard to say, to Daryl Randolph, he wrote the best thing. I mean, he called us from the school at the club. Remember that lady? She told us how magnificent. She said, what have you been teaching him? My boy can write. Yeah, Lady E.
I remember when he sat in that chair back in, whose room was it? I don't remember. Sat in that chair and he started talking about what he was trying to do and all he was trying to do. And baby, I said, Dr. Marshall, we're going to give this boy an opportunity. Absolutely. Oh my goodness sakes. And you know what? You took it and you ran with it. I know, Mr. Mead, I was just supposed to take it. Thank you to Daryl. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mallory. Thank you, everybody, for your wonderful words.
There's still more. Walita's got a class in the morning. So Walita, come on here. Say what you want to say to the one and only Lady.
Is she all made up? What?
No.
Up so I can see your whole face. I need to see your forehead too. Okay. A little bit more.
That's, there you go. All right.
No, go ahead.
I just want to say congratulations, and I'm happy for you. Sorry, there's people running in the hallways, but I just want to say congratulations, and I'm happy for you. And you're a great instructor, because during my senior year, it was a good year, but you definitely helped me when it came to doing the work for the classes, and you pushed me in the right direction. You pushed me to be a better me and do the right things and follow the right path. So thank you.
Thank you, Alita. I know it wasn't easy. I know it didn't always feel good. And I hate that part of the job. But one of the things that's so important is people will let you and be okay with you never bringing your best out. And that's not okay for me, because I know there's a whole lot of good in there. And I want to make sure you do everything you can to bring out the best you got all the time. Get comfortable being good and being better. And your daddy says it best, to better your best. We're living in a time where half-stepping is just not going to work. And we don't want you ever to be comfortable being, Who wrote that song? Mediocre? That's never okay.
Not us.
That's never okay. Because ain't nothing about you mediocre. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your courage tonight. Because I know it wasn't easy, baby.
He texted me from school and say, Dr. Marshall, school's going great. School's going great. School's going great. Get that class in the morning, baby. Get that class in the morning. Thank you, Walida.
You're welcome. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Asada, thank you for hanging in. Thank you for all of this, Miss Wishard. Remember this one?
Oh, of course.
Come on here.
These are all my kids.
And thank you for sharing your wisdom with us and holding not just me, but everybody to a high standard to thrive just for more. And thank you for the lessons you taught at Omega. And thank you for pushing me to step outside my comfort zone. Thank you for the tough love.
Yeah. Thank you, Asada. What we know is, when we put a seed in the ground, you know what happens. It's down in there and it's dark, but it's got to grow. And coming through, busting through that dirt, through all that darkness, as long as we feed it and we have trust and confidence and faith, it's going to come through. Didn't take much for you because you busted through and you continue to flourish. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your patience. Thank you, baby.
Mekas, your turn.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what I can say that hasn't already been said. But I was in the Zoom class, so
Yeah.
I didn't get to meet Lady Estelle until the very end when we turned everything in, and one of the first things she kind of said to me, she looked at me and she was like, I couldn't really feel your energy through the screen, but I can see you and I can see, and it made me feel so connected, and especially with, lockdown and everything being just computer, and it was, I don't know, such a moment that stuck with me. And that's just who Lady Estelle is. She just connects with you in a way that you didn't even think you could. And it was amazing.
Thank you, Magda.
And
I
guess
want to hear your voice. How is it going in school?
School's going really good. It's a good semester.
Okay. All right. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your kind words.
We got a couple of video messages, and we're gonna play one. There you go.
Hey, Mom, congratulations on celebrating 24 years, going into 25 years at Alive and Free. I am so excited for you. Just getting off of work, as you can see. But I know I couldn't be there live. It is 11 o'clock here, but 8 o'clock there. But I love you so much. Congratulations. Happy anniversary of 24, going into 25 years. You're such an amazing soul. You changed my life as well as many others. You're the best. You're the bomb. Love you.
Oh my goodness sakes.
What we got?
Mama Rita.
No, I'm gonna get to Mama Rita. Let me get. You got another video one? Another video? Because I think everybody on the screen has spoken so far. So let's go to. I think we got one more. Well, here I got one that was not video, but this is to you, Mrs. Stell. Congratulations on 20 years, incredible years of teaching and mentoring at Omega. Your unwavering dedication, wisdom, and kindness have shaped the lives of so many young men and women in empowering them to step into the world with confidence and purpose. You've been a guiding light, a role model, and a source of inspiration for all who have had the privilege of learning from you. Thank you for your tireless commitment, not only academic growth, but also the personal and emotional development of your students. One thing you did, you taught these young people how to write. Go ahead. You've left an indelible mark on our hearts And we celebrate you with gratitude, admiration and love. And this is from Yuri Clark. And you were at her wedding. We were both at her wedding in Sacramento. She now lives in Louisville, and she's momming, but she had to stop and send that to you, Lady E. And I think we got another one.
Hi, Mrs. Stale. It's Brittany. Congratulations on 24 years at the club. I'm so happy my mom decided to put me into this program almost 10 years ago. Ever since then, you have literally been a guiding light and a voice of reason in my life. To know you is truly a blessing, and I know you will be to others what you have always been to me. Again, I love you and congratulations on 24 years. Bye.
Brittany. Wow. Okay. Mama Rita, jump on in. There you are.
Hi. Oh my God, Mrs. Stell, this is so beautiful. I'm so thankful that I'm here to celebrate you and to hear all the beautiful comments and experiences that the young people have, shared of how you have uplifted them and cared for them. It's just, for me, that's the thing that I know that we shared was that all the children are children, and I'm just so thankful that you are being blessed and celebrated tonight. And I just want to say your thoughtfulness and your kindness and your love for the children and everything has always shined through your spirit. And I appreciate your wisdom and knowledge, guidance, and the patience that you provide for the children that you work with. You have used your talent, skills, and education to teach our children to reach their hearts, to help them get to their fullest potential and work to make our community a better place for our family and community. And Dr. Marshall kind of, stole a point that I wanted to make, which is on Street Soldiers, the beautiful way that you always make it so poetic to teach whenever you are reviewing the show. It is magic to me. And I'm just so glad that you were part of Omega and Omega Boys Club, and I've got a chance to meet you, and I love you. So I'm very proud of you and appreciate you, and I know you're blessed, and I want to tell you to continue as much as you can, because you are a great example of a mother in the community, plus a teacher, a psychologist, a spiritualist. So just know that I love you, okay? And I appreciate you. All right.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Mama.
Love you. Okay.
It's hard for people to understand when I nobody like ladies, right? And I do that. Whether I'm in Bend or wherever I am. And I said, there's only one Lady E. And really? I said, yes, you got, listen to the show, or you got to come to the club, or you have to, be in the presence. But tonight, I ain't the only one saying it. And it's just hearing from all of you as we, this was a Street Soldier anniversary show. And I said, well, she's done this at the club and she's done it on the air. Uh, exactly the same amount of years, give or take. And yeah, it's been a blessing. That's her word. I always like when she meets the new people, and she starts off with I'm old fashioned, old school. And they like, what am I getting into? You are getting blessed right now. So the best thing you can do is just sit back and listen. And I think we'd all agree the best thing about being around her is that either a little bit or a lot of her, you can end up being like that. You can end up being like that because it gets in you, and you're gonna those of us who actually have parents like that, you end up sounding just like your parents, right? Well, it's the same thing. She has parented all of you, and you end up sounding just like you. That words are gonna come out of you and make you unafraid to be that way because, she doesn't apologize for doing what's best for you, telling you what's best for you. And it's not a matter of liking it or not. You're gonna get the truth, and you're gonna get what's best. And it's beautiful. We got a new group now. Mallory, you should see them. It is a beautiful group, and she's coming through the Zoom, and they and it is the same. The magic is continuing to happen, and it is beautiful. And yeah, can't wait till Tuesday night. Can't wait till next Sunday. And I tell you what, Mama Rita, you talked about to consider this. Let me do one of those. I think that'd be a great way.
We can, but I wanna say something. I love you, Mrs. Dell. You are just so special to me. And maybe I wasn't exactly in college prep and put through all of that, but I've definitely had to learn some things, and you've guided me and loved me, and I just I'm you can't see me, but I'm tearing up now. Because I just love your honesty and the way that you share and pour into all of us. And I am incredibly thankful. And because of you, I've been able to make better decisions for myself and for my family. Because of you, you give me, I don't know, like I feel good being good, right? Like pouring into other people as well instead of feeling like, oh, is that too much? No, do it. Be yourself, right? And there's so much I could say. I love that you continue to set new goals for yourself, that you get to be with your grandchildren, and that you wrote a book.
Oh, that's right. She's just
that you just don't stop. You're amazing with your memes. You have your
and she can sing, and she can sing.
Yes.
How it would be noisy in the classroom, and she just starts singing, y'all. Everybody, calm down.
Well, then it makes me think about how I know I got to learn about you, and you only reveal things if you want people to know. And so I remember when I didn't know you cussed. You were Dr. Marshall. And then I learned what your favorite expletive is. So thank you for always using big words and expanding our vocabulary. It's really getting us in touch with our hearts and learning how to pray and ask for the help, and to be thankful, to say it out loud, to say it in your mind. But thank you, and I love you, and I have something special for you right here. So please enjoy.
Number one.
Give
There
us
she is.
this day our daily bread. You said you would supply all our needs according to your riches. We have but to ask, and we shall receive. We lift our hearts in thanks to thee for all the blessings that we've received, for life, health, and every good, for loved ones near and far away. We're grateful for those blessings that we sometimes don't see, your grace and your mercy. Lord, we need your love. Lord, grant us your peace and fill our lives with joy this day. This is Lady Estelle asking you to consider this.
Yay!
Whoa!
And you got that? Oh my
We got it all.
goodness. So I just need to say, let me see what time it is.
And Diddy, you're not on mute. I can hear you sing.
I just need to say, I don't even know if I can say it. What does it feel like to have something poured into you that's just full of love and joy and gratitude, memories, reminders? It's just so much. I'm not used to that. It's so easy to give. It's so easy to love. I can't help it. It's so easy to care. I can't help it. I can't help it when I see something that's not right. And I know that later on, it's going to cost you more than you want to pay. I've seen too many people sit by and watch our people do things wrong, and they say nothing. But I'm going to let you know, there's a better way. It's not okay. Don't do it. Listen, think, come on. Because when you do well, so do I. What a blessing it has been. And I just want to thank you, Dr. Marshall, for reaching out to everybody and for those who responded to your call. I just don't even know what to say, but I need to say, thank you. I need to thank God for blessing me and using me to be able to hold the light, turn on the light, find the light, shine the light, and for you to see it, grab it, and let it guide you, for trusting me. Thank you. Thank you.
You are welcome. All right, everybody. Wonderful night. Wonderful celebration.
You always have the most poetic words, Mrs. Steele, Lady Estelle. Always so poetic.
She does.
Sorry to interrupt you, Dr. Marshall.
Thank you.
We're gonna let this one sit with us, even after we're off the air. This will sit with us. But if you want some more, Tuesday night. We'll be back Tuesday night, and we will be back next Sunday. You can get all the Lady E.
And I still answer the phone. My number hasn't changed.
Get all the Lady E.
Text or
That's
call.
the best part.
And if you don't text, if you don't call, just remember that you are loved. And I will always love you. There's a little book. It's a kid's book. And my daughter introduced it to me. And the title is, I Will Love You Forever. I will love you forever. I can't help it. It's just how I'm made. So I'll always be here for you.
And
when I'm not here.
And that's Lady Estelle saying, consider this.
And this is Lady.
All right, y'all. Good night. Thank you so much. Love you, love her. Let's
Love
keep it
y'all.
going. As long as we
Love
can get it.
y'all. Good night.
All right, y'all. Thank you.
Love you. Bye, Mom.
Bye.
Thank you, Mama
Good
Rita.
night.
Thank you so much, Mama Rita.
Love everybody.